Hi crocheters of the world, I'm Oana and this is Oana's Crochet channel on YouTube, and in this tutorial I want to show you how to crochet this poncho. It's a, as you can see, asymmetrical poncho, and it has, this is a really nice and comfy, cozy thing. It has two openings for the hands, and this is something that I really like. So it's a really interesting poncho, as you can see. I already posted the photos of the poncho on my Instagram, on my Facebook page. So if you are following me, you already know a little bit what am I talking about. So you already saw the pictures of this poncho. Now, what I want to say is that it is not my idea. I saw a picture on the web, on a online shop. It was a poncho. The picture was of a poncho made not handmade, but I really love the idea, the shape, actually the shape. So when I saw that poncho, I said this is the poncho, not a poncho. Can you understand me? So it was just love at first sight. So I said I must do something similar. Something, yes, is this one. And I choose the yarn and I choose the stitch. It's the arrow stitch, one version of the arrow stitch. Really nice. From my point of view, it's just perfect for this project. And I began on my project, and here I am. So what can I say? Maybe it looks difficult, but it is not. So you will see in the tutorial it is really easy. But the quantity of the yarn, it is large, of course. It's a poncho, as you can see. I will just try to show you. It's nice and long on the back side and it's shorter on the front side. And I used yarn for 4mm hook, and it was 1 kilo, more or less. So you need 1 kilo of yarn suitable for 4mm hook. Okay, so with this information I will let you to the tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe for more other tutorials on crochet and knitting, and of course, as usual, see you at the next tutorial. Bye bye. So for a better understanding of this pattern, that is, of this design, that is really easy, even if it seems to be complicated, it is stupidly easy. I want to show you actually how easy it is. Now, first of all, you will begin with the chains for the arrow stitch on the length from your shoulder to where you want to be, so how you want to be long your poncho on the front side. So from the shoulder to where you want to be, so how long you want to be, the length of your poncho, but you have to measure it from your shoulder. Okay, it's very important. So shoulder and arm, here we have this part. How can I, here, from here, okay? So this is the shoulder, this is the arm. Okay, so from here you will measure down how long you want to be. Now mine, I decided to make it 60 centimeters. Okay, then you will make a chain long of 60 centimeters, and of course in multiple of 6 plus 2, because this is the multiple requests from the pattern stitch. Okay, now then you will go on and work in arrow stitch for this length for a let's say let's say this is the length for the front side. Now the length, this will be the length for the back side, believe me, which means the length for the back side. So you will have to go on, continue on working in pattern, so just working in pattern for the length that you decide for the front side, which in my case is 60 centimeters, plus 20 more centimeters. So for you will be, I don't know, the length that you will decide, x centimeters plus 20. Okay, so I worked for a total of 80 centimeters. Okay, then we will work the first opening for the arm, and we will work it halfway like this, and this is what I will this will be the first step that I will show you in the tutorial. Okay, then we will continue on with the front side, so exactly the same thing. We will continue on working the arrow stitch, and this will be the front side, and will be exactly as the length that we wanted for the front. So actually will be a square. Now the length is 60 and the width will be 62, so 60 centimeters, or the length that you wanted. Okay, then of course we will work the second opening for the arm in the middle. So actually I have 22 sequences for the arrow stitch, and I let 8, then I skipped 6, and I worked 8 more in my case. Now then we will continue on with the other side, with the other back side. Okay, now these two must be the same but in the design, so I cannot continue on because I ran out of paper here. Okay, so this is back. We have two back sides, back and front. Okay, that's all. So actually we have to work a stripe, okay, but this stripe must have has this proportion, these measures. Okay, so we have the back, the front and the back, and we must have the opening for the arms, so where to put out the arms. Okay, now so here it is, my back, let's say my 80 centimeters already worked. So I am about to work the first opening of the arm. So I am, let's see, on the design here, so it's I worked this part and I am about to work my opening of the arm. So actually, as you can see here, I just went on and worked 80 centimeters. Now, as you can see, I worked in two colors, and because you will know actually how long you want to work this part, because as I explained first, you will know the length of the front side, and at this that length you will add 20 centimeters more. So knowing that, if you want to work in two colors, you can divide the stripes as I divided them in 20 centimeters each. which means I work with dark brown 20 centimeters, then with light brown 20 centimeters, and so on 4 times, of course, for 80 centimeters totally. Now in these 20 centimeters, working with yarn suitable for 4 millimeters hook and crochet hook 4 millimeters, but these 2 things don't mean that it's exactly the same, because you know it's handcraft, so depends, yes, on our style of working, okay? So ones can work tightly and ones can work too loosely, so you know, it's more or less I give you ideas, and from here of course you can work yours. So I work with 4 millimeters hook, and on my first stripe of 20 centimeters I work 16 rows, and then of course I continue on with 16, 16, 16 until I reach 18 centimeters. So I completed 4 stripes. Now I have to work the opening of the arm, and then I will continue on with the front side, and I know that the front side is 60 centimeters, so it's really easy. First, so for the beginning, just make yourself this thing. From the length, you can just calculate all the stripe, all the length and the parts of the stripe, and there will be much easier for you as it is for me to work it, okay? So it's so, as I said, it's stupidly easy. It's a piece of cake. Now, so let me show you. I said that the opening of the arm, we want to work it in the middle of the length. So I have 22 sequences. This is a sequence, okay? This is a sequence. So it's the triple triple plus 5 double crochets. So on 6 stitches, this is a sequence. Count how many you have. I have 22, so I worked 8. Now I will skip 6 and I will work 8 more. But we skip 6, but we have to work a chain. Where we have into the next row, we will work again the sequences that we skipped, which means 6 sequences of 6 stitches each is 36 chains in my case, okay? So I will work exactly 36 chains. Let me just take my hook, my crochet hook of course, and let me show you. Here I have 8 sequences worked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I will skip 6. So 6 per 6, it's 36, because one sequence is worked on 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oops. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I have my 36, and now I have to skip my 6 sequences. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I know that a sequence begin with a triple triple. Okay, so I will put around my hook 3 times the yarn. I will keep it tight here, count again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and insert hook, skip 5 double crochet of the next, so the 7th sequence in my case, insert hook, where you work your triple triple and work your triple triple. 1, 2, 3 and 4 times. Pull through 2. Yarn over, and now I want to work my 5 double crochets of the 7th sequence. My 5 double crochets that you know, working the arrow stitch, you have to skip and then to turn back and to work them. It's really easy, this stitch, and not only easy but wonderful. I'm in love. Actually, I'm in love with it. So I think you will see at least one more project with this stitch. Okay, now I have it. Into the next row, I will work over my chain exactly as I worked at the beginning. I will work my 6 sequences that I skipped. I will show you. So I worked all my 8 sequences and now I am on the chain part, and here it is. Now here I have to work again 6 sequences, so I will begin again with 3 times around the hook, then skip 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and into the 6th insert hook and work your triple triple. Then on the back side, because I am on the back, insert hook, and in each of your 5 chains skipped, work 1 double crochet. And this will be my first sequence of the 6 that I have to work on this chain. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how to work back your sequences. Then actually this is the first row from the 60 centimeters that I have to work for the front side. In my case, I said you can work it with your dimensions, your measures, so this is your choice, don't worry. Okay, now I have my 5 and I will continue on like this. Okay, so this is, as I said, my first row. Now let me show you a little bit here. So I decided to work stripes of different colors. So this is black, brown, dark brown, and this is light brown, and dark brown and light brown for the back side. And here I will continue on with light brown. So here I have light brown and I will continue on with light brown for the front side. I don't know, I decided like this. So I will work 20 centimeters light brown, then dark brown 20 centimeters, light brown 20 centimeters for 60 centimeters. And then I won't change color, I will continue on with the back side. After I will work, of course, my on last row of the front side, I will work my opening arm for the second arm, of course, and then I will continue on with the light brown and then dark and then light, and then I will finish with the dark. Okay, so let me finish all my stripe. For now you know the design, and then all that we have to do afterwards, we will just sew the back side and then work, because we will just put it around us on the exactly here where I said to measure the length that you want, so in between the arm actually and the shoulder. So we will put it like this, we will sew it on the back side, and then we will work around a little bit of around the neck, let's say. So we will work some decreases, but you'll see it's really easy, so don't worry. So I finished actually in length the stripe that I need, and I have my 2 openings for the arms. And first of all I want to tell you something, that the length is just perfect for the 2 back sides too. So you don't need to put 20 more centimeters. Actually, for me was enough. So I worked one square of 60 centimeters, another one for the front side and another one for the back side. So you don't need to add these 20 more centimeters. It's too long. Actually, for me, was too long. So I work it only with 16. So actually 60, sorry. So actually it's easier because the length of the front side will be actually the length of, so will be the square. You will have to work 3 squares of, in my case, 60 per 60. Okay, and in between these 3 will be the 2 openings for the arm. But if you are tall, really tall, you can add these 20 centimeters for the back, 2 back sides. Okay, so depend on you. You have to measure and you will see. Okay, my advice is to work it with the length, the first side, the front side and the back side, and then for the second, when you finish it, you actually can add that 20 centimeters more on one side and on the other side. So this is no problem. If you think it's too short, you can add 20 centimeters on one side and on the other side for the 2 back sides. First off, you will see sewing them. Okay, now the second thing to do, it's a nice border around each opening. I will work it with the brown, dark brown, just to create a little contrast here. So how to work it now? Somewhere around this, so around the stitch here, you will work 2 around the single crochet, sorry, just 1, 2, okay, the double crochet, it's not single, it's double. So around the double crochet here, this one, so here we have the stitches, so we will work in them, but around this post of this double crochet, sorry, I don't know why I keep saying single crochet, because we are working single crochet, we work 2 single crochets. Okay, for the rest you just have to just skip directly into the very first, do it nice and tight, skip directly into the first double crochet and work all around. So that's all. Okay, this is what I want to say and to show you actually. Work around the double crochet and the same thing on the opposite side, around the post of the double crochet, 2 single crochets, and then go on, skip directly into the first single crochet, you know, of the 6 sequences. So actually double crochet of the 6 sequences here, and work like this. Now I will work another round here all around of crab stitch. So if you want, you can work a crab stitch round. From my point of view, it's nice and aesthetic, so why not? You can work a round of single crochet and picots, so it's actually your choice. Okay, and when I get the other side, I will work exactly the same, so until the last single crochet here, and then into the double around the post of the double crochet I will work again 2 single crochets, and then I will skip here exactly into the chain, because on one side we will work on the chain, exactly into the first chain. Okay, and I will work like this. So I know that I have 36 stitches on one side and 36 on the other side, plus 2 plus 2, so I must have 36 plus 36, it's 72, plus 4, it's 76 stitches all around. So that's it. So I finished all, and so I have here my stripe, in all its length, and here I have, this is the front side, and as you can see we have the opening arm here, left and right. Okay, this is the front side. I will put it like this just for you to see all that I want you to see. So here we have two stripes. The stripe that is for the back side, and we have the opening for the arm, and the stripe that is for the front side. Now put a marker in between these two stripes, so to mark actually the back side, and do exactly the same thing on the other side. So in between the squares, okay, in between the squares put this marker, so actually where you have the opening for the arms. Now take the two markers like this, and from here we will go on and join these two parts, actually the back side, the two sides, two back sides together. Okay, so I will join them, I don't know, you can of course join them with slip stitch or sewing, and I will sew. Okay, then I will be back of course to show you. There will be a space here in between, here on the back side there will be a space, like a triangle, that we have to work a little piece to cover it, and that's all. This is our poncho. So I will explain this one more time, because let's say this is the most difficult part. So we have the front side here, the two opening of the arms, and we have the markers that I put at the end of the back side and beginning of the front side, and at the end of the front side and beginning of the back side. And I want to put together, so these two markers like this, so it's the stripe, put it in twice, actually the stripe, this is the front side, maybe it's better like this, in twice, and on this side you will go on, this side you will go on and sew it together, this. Okay, so I finished the poncho, I finished to join together the two back sides, and actually I joined them by slip stitching, actually by single crocheting. So I decided to work with the same yarn, and I changed the yarn for each sequence. So where I worked of course with dark brown, I joined with dark brown, and when I work with light brown I joined, as you can see, with dark brown. Now I joined like this. I put one single crochet into the stitches and then one around the post, and so on. So for me it's just enough. Okay, so this is the result, it's just perfect. Now the last step for our poncho to be ready is to cover, to create something here to cover this part, because this is the back side and we don't want it to be that open, of course. And for this, the first thing to do is from where you began to join up, count 4 rows and put a marker, and 4 rows on the other side and put a marker, as I did. This is the first step, the first thing you have to do. Now the next is to measure, so put it as large, open it actually as large as you can, and measure this side. Okay, measure and make a chain, of course, again of multiple of 6, so we need again the same stitch. Actually we will work exactly with the same stitch, so a chain multiple of 6, and we need even number of sequences, so even number of multiples of 6 which means I put 10, this is mine. Okay, so I put 10, but you can put 12 multiples, so 12 sequences of 6, or 14, and so on. So it must be an even number. Good. Now when you finish with your chain, work an entire row of the pattern stitch actually. And then from the next we will begin to massive decrease, which means in only 2 rows we will eliminate 1 and 1, so actually 2 sequences. Okay, so from 10 I had 8 and then 6 and then 4. Now no matter how many stitches, how many sequences you have, so you can, as I said, you can put 10, 12, 14, 16, as many sorry, as many as you need sorry, for this measure. You will decrease until you will end up with 4, so only 4, because we will put it here on this side and on this side. Okay, so on 4 rows we'll put 2 sequences on each side, and that's why you must end up with 4. Now I worked 7 rows. The first, as I said, is only you just work the pattern, and from the second you begin actually with the decreases. So I work 7 rows for my 10 sequences, and if you have 12 you will work 9 rows. If you put 14, begin with 14 sequences, you will have 11 rows to complete until you remain with only 4. And now I just want to show you how to decrease. I will show you how to decrease and how to fit this thing here on the back side. And that's all. Then our poncho is ready to be worn. So let's see how to decrease. I have here only 6 sequences. I just want to show you how to make the decreases. That's all, because we know how to work the stitch and so on. So we will begin with a chain 3, and we don't want to count it as a stitch. Yarn over 3 times, sorry, for the triple and go on, work it. And now let us work our first decrease. So in 2 rows we will work 2 sequences less actually, okay, which means we will decrease on over 3 stitches first time. So I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So insert hook into the first and work 1 double crochet, but don't finish it, the second, and don't finish it, and again the third, and don't finish it. Yarn over and pull through all. Now work 2 more stitches, and we actually worked our first decrease. Okay, now we know that a sequence is worked on 6 stitches, which means we decrease once, and now we will decrease 1 more time into the next row over 3. So we will continue on with the sequences here. I have 4, and on the last I will work exactly the same thing. I will begin with 3 together. So actually I will work my triple, then I will work 3 together and the other 2. So I completed the rest of the sequences, and now for the last one I will work my triple crochet. And now I will begin with a decrease. 3, always for this little piece here that we need to finish the poncho, always 3 together. When I say decrease, means you will work 3 together. Okay, and I work 2 more here. I have this yarn is really nice, but it has one problem. It's Can you see? Like this. You can. It's really difficult to work with it. Remains it. This strands. Okay, now chain 3 again, and we don't want to work the triple crochet. We actually don't work it. We work all the stitches that we have. We skip the first because we have 4 here. Okay, so it's a decrease plus 3 more. Now skip 1 and work a decrease over the remaining 3. Okay. This is what we have, and now I'm ready to work again my sequences, and then I will show you how to work on the last sequence, the second part actually of the decrease. So I worked until I reach here my last sequence, and I will skip 1 again and work 3 together. So the one is that one that remain from the other decrease, and now I will chain 2, yarn over 2 or 3 times, so you can chain 3, chain 2, yarn over 3 times and work the next sequence, because we just eliminate 2, the first and the last. Okay, like this, and you will begin again with 1, 2, 3 with a decrease. Okay, and you will finish with a decrease of 3. Into the next you will skip 1 and decrease 3 at the beginning and at the end. And these are the 2 rows to repeat until you will have only 4. Actually I already have, because I began with 6 here, but this is just a swatch to show you how to decrease. And this is how you have to continue on to obtain your little piece. Okay, when we finish the little piece, we want to put it here. So how to do? Now I will, so watch first. Here I have my 1, 2, 3, 4. So in between them I want to join it here, actually in between, like this. Okay, so in the middle, 2 and 2. And now of course here's my first stitch. Just be sure, because then we will want to join this piece to the poncho, and I will work it again with the crochet hook, but on the wrong side, of course. And now we know how many stitches, how many rows we completed. I completed 7, so I will just count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I will put a marker here too, and of course at the beginning of this sequence too, and here on this side the same thing. Then I want to put it on the wrong side, and I will show you how to actually how I worked here with slip stitch and with single crochet. It's better. Okay, so it's like this. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points where I put markers, and I will begin here. I will insert hook here, and I can take off the marker, okay, here too, and join the yarn, chain, and then around the post both stitches 1 single crochet into the stitch here and here, single crochet around the post of the next, single crochet into the stitch, single crochet. So can you see? Hope you can see. I will just want to will show you one more time. So just follow the rows. Just be sure you don't skip any, like this. So around the post, work one single crochet, and into the stitch work one single crochet. And on the other side it's really nice, can you see? Okay, so that's all. So I actually almost finished the poncho. This is all that I can say. I used about, I can say, 1 kilo of 900 actually grams of yarn. And that's it. Hope you enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe to more other tutorials on knitting and crochet, and leave me a nice comment and like me and thumb up, and see you at the next tutorial. Bye bye.